Hello, everybody, and welcome to PGS Moving Image. I am your host, Arden, and of course, we have with us today Darth Plato. Darth Plato, how are you?
I'm good. It's a nice, cool day out here in California. It's not quite freezing right now, maybe by evening. So, how are things over where you are in New York City?
It's cold. It's cold, but I'm happy that I don't have too much snow or anything like that. Um, and it was a beautiful day, honestly. So I am happy about that as well. Um, Yeah, so Dark Plato, we're up to episode 7 and 8 of this incredible series, The Pacific, and I can hardly believe it.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah, we are almost done, and I'm just so excited to see what else happens. This is one of those series that I don't want to end. It's such a spectacular series. There have been so many fantastic moments, and I have learned quite a lot from watching it. And I'm so glad that we're doing it. Everybody who is here, we got some comments. Bruce Slam, hey, Bruce Slam, who was here yesterday while I was doing my review and watch party of For All Mankind. Good to see you, sir. And of course, Dark Plato, you were there as well. But it's so wonderful to look and revisit series like this. I've learned so much. And I think the journeys that they chose, these specific soldiers, it really has been remarkable, their stories, and even seeing just a glimpse of their lives in this series, because we know there's nothing that could tell us all the stories, but we certainly have seen a lot, haven't we, Darth Plato?
Yeah, it makes me wonder what the what the original series would have looked like before it was truncated, before they cut down on the POVs. It was supposed to be a longer series, closer to Band of Brothers.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it had been kind of augmented or changed in some way, and I'm glad you mentioned that. And I know that sometimes series get changed for different reasons. I don't know what the reason would be, but I certainly really am enjoying what we're seeing so far.
Yeah.
I know we're lucky to get anything at all, but what an incredible story that we have been seeing of these soldiers during World War II in the Pacific. And I've been, even though it's been hard to watch a lot of these scenes, I have been enjoying the dramatization of it all. And I think it is an important part of history. So, without any further ado, everybody who is watching along, certainly do go to episode 7 and 8. And I think, if I remember, some of you, hi, Daniel Berry, uh, sports highlights, and also Bruce Lum says here that there was little time to do my homework for the series. So I didn't watch the starting episode, so we'll have to do it a later time. You can, it's okay. That's going to happen. Just glad that you are here. And hello to Lugnuts6. Hi, Lugnuts, who says hello to um, a dynamic Darth Plato, and to the woman who can always melt an old man Winter's heart. The heart melterish. Well, hello to you, Lugnut6. I am so glad you're here. And thank you for the kind words. They are most appreciated.
Yeah, I'll take dynamic.
I love it. I love it, Darth Plato. I love Lugnut's always sends cheer and blessings that I welcome as well. Um,
Thanks everybody for coming.
Absolutely, guys. So we're going to be watching two episodes tonight, episodes 7 and 8. And it's available on Netflix. I think it's available on a number of different sources, but I'm going to be watching on Netflix. Darth Plato, where are you at in the countdown, or the
I,
countdown
sh-
rather?
I should be right about 3 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, I can't tell exactly where I am. It's right about the 3 minute mark. I'm looking at the where they leave the credits and they're zooming in on the map.
Oh, okay, so
So
let me get to that point. We're going to skip the intro, and that leaves us at 3 minutes precisely. Darth Plato is where you're talking about. And I'm just gonna get my television because I'm watching it on the screen, on a big screen, because I tried watching it on the tiny screen and I
let's
can't,
skip
everything is
intro.
showing. So I'm gonna skip the intro, and that leaves me exactly at the 3 minute part says the Pacific, and it says part 7. So that's the 3-minute mark, Darth Plato,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna get the counter on here to 3 minutes. Okay. So without further ado, guys, we are starting at the 3-minute mark. Um, everybody, go ahead and press play now. And it's kind of like, what island are we at today?
Yeah,
We are at,
it's the same one. Yeah, Pelilu, however you say it.
yes.
Like we're back to somebody. A sledgehammer.
Yes. And the last episode, Dark Plato, was quite a harrowing experience for these soldiers, these Marines. I don't know how they got through it.
Yeah, crossing the airfield, and the guy was freaking out during the middle of the night. Yeah, yeah, it's some pretty tense stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I thought we are going to be starting on Okinawa or Iwo Jima. So I guess Iwo Jima is next episode, or maybe it's 9.
Well, let's
Unless
see. I don't know. Maybe it does go to Iwo Jima. It just, I mean, we can't tell, can we? And
this is not Iwo Jima.
okay, okay.
Man, they walked right into that throat of fire.
Awful.
By the way, a lot of the guys that they're showcasing, they were post-war authors.
Thank you for mentioning that. I think that's really important to note that. So a lot of this is based off of memoirs. Is that correct, Darth
Yeah,
Leto?
yeah. It's Eugene Sledge and Bob Lucky. I'm not sure what's his name. The other guy that was in Australia.
Right.
Bastion. The Bastion wasn't a writer. I'm not sure why they included Bastion.
To be honest with you, I don't know where they get the strength to do this.
You have to.
Because it's physically and mentally draining.
Yeah, it is.
And Bruce Lamb is also looking forward for the Okinawa episode. He says, if it's anything like the actual footage I've seen of the suicidal cliff jumps, it will be painful to watch. Yes, Bruce. The material in this series is graphic.
It is, yeah.
Move around.
So the guy wants a war trophy without actually going out there and getting one.
Oh, thank you, Darth Plato. I didn't understand what I was watching. I just thought he was maybe somebody who collected stuff, but so he doesn't even go out in the field, you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, he wants a war trophy without actually doing anything. Yeah,
What is he, an alarm clock?
he is now. That's how it is in the service. They say jump, you say off which building. Oh yeah, Chesty Puller. We saw him earlier in the season.
And they're coming from where these guys are going to, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, they're coming out.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Chesty Puller was the most decorated Marine in the entire Pacific Theater.
Oh my goodness.
I think this is always the first division. I think it's the first division. Yeah, we saw that guy in Guadalcanal.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the war does that to people. Yeah, I think this is the last time that academics, and by and large, supported the war effort.
He is not enjoying those tours.
Yeah, that's why earlier in the season I said it kind of reminds me of what happened to Captain America in that movie.
Yes.
They just turned him into a stage performer, and he wanted to do his part. He wanted to contribute. He is not contributing.
Well, I don't know whether he's not contributing, but he's just not happy with what his assignment is.
That's what I mean. He's not contributing the way he feels. He's not contributing.
Yeah.
He doesn't see as having his picture taken and giving speeches. That's not what he considers contributing. He wants to do his part in the field. Excuse me. Yeah, he's been standing there all day.
Wow.
I think. Jesus. Ooh. Here we go. Must have good ears.
Yeah.
Yep, they are in there. You got to be sure. Whoa. That's the air hole ventilation. Jeez.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Oh, oh.
That was probably an officer. I don't think a sword like that is standard issue. Yeah, that's how you clear bunkers. The flamethrower.
Oh my goodness, there's more of them in there.
Notice that they didn't obey the order.
Oh my gosh, they would have all been killed.
Man. Yeah, that's the thing about these conflicts, though. An engagement can start just suddenly. He's referring to the fact that the Japanese were rarely known to surrender. It wasn't unheard of, but it was quite rare,
And
and it has to do with a lot to do with what they call their sense of bushido,
mm-hmm.
and that there's honor in serving and dying in what you're doing, but not surrender. That's considered dishonorable. And these are people that take honor very seriously. And so they would rather die serving than surrender. That's why there's so few surrenders.
Mm-hmm. And hello to Tom Jr. Jackson, who is here. Hi, Tom, moderator, collaborator, and good friend. Tom, we are all goof people. It's good to see you here.
Glad to have you, Tom. Thanks for moderating. That guy was trying to extract gold teeth while the guy was still alive. Well, yeah, out here. That was a good way to focus the discussion, focus their attention.
And hello to Brogu, who says hello to beautiful RM. Thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am. Thank you so much, Brogu. It's good that you're here. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Positive Fandom, as well as my new channel, Roman Empire Matters. I have one episode, part one of the first episode of I, Claudius.
How you doing, Brogu?
Well, it's interesting that he's telling his subordinates not to dwell on any of this stuff too much.
He's trying to. War is not just physical; it's mental. He's trying to take care of them mentally. Not dwell on it. Yeah, just focus on what you need to do, not focus on what's happened, is what he's trying to do. Yeah, I remember this scene. This is a brutal scene.
Well, it looks terrifying. I don't even know how they're walking through there with equipment. Oh, oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh no. Oh. Omar 94. Wow. Omar 94, how are you? Says hello, people. I'll only be here a bit. Omar 94, I hope you are well. Have you been watching the Pacific? And will you be watching Masters of the Air? Omar, Darth Plato and I are reviewing all the episodes of the Pacific. We're up to episode 7, and we're going to be doing Masters of the Air after this. Hope you are well, and it's good to see you, Omar.
How you doing, Oma? Nice to see you here. Did you see what happened to that guy?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, he got shot while on the stretcher.
Oh.
I can tell just by looking at what's going on that the Japanese have the advantage of the high ground, the advantage of position. Oh wow! Oh wow! He broke. Wow! Yeah, you said it.
Mm-hmm. You
It
did.
must, yeah, it must have been be really demoralizing to see your gunnery sergeant break like that.
And Omar says, I think I remember commercials for the Pacific, but never saw the show. Well, it's fantastic, Omar 94. And if you get a chance and you want to check it out, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll like the show.
Yeah, it's very explicit.
Mhm.
It really shows the war in the Pacific. Very underrated series. Yeah, the problem is when you have like an officer or a high level NCO, when someone like that breaks in the field, it can have a cascade effect on the entire unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so dangerous. So you don't promote people to those positions unless you're sure or reasonably sure that they're going to make it in the long haul. And I don't mean get shot. I mean mentally make it. They have to be a rock for the boys under them. They have to. That's really unfortunate.
These performances, Darth Plato, are just unbelievably
Yeah,
good.
I don't know why this series it gets a bad rap. I really don't. This is a very underrated series. You know, every person I know, either in person or online, who has watched this series, said it's a great series. And so it was fewer episodes than Band of Brothers. Okay, so what? There's fewer episodes. So what?
10 episodes is a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Because this could have been a movie. It could have been a movie. But they went for 10 episodes. I think that's okay.
I guess this guy doesn't want to be seen. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
No
gosh, I don't
way.
believe it. Oh my god, I don't believe it. Oh my god, I don't believe it.
That's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Aw.
The guy kept on running after him. He didn't run out there and say, "Oh, look, all these Marines," and go and turn right around. He continued going right at. He just went like full banzai. He said, "If the last thing on earth I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this Zink." Man, that was bizarre.
That was a great scene. That it comes across, on the screen incredible.
Yeah, I got to look that up to see if something like that really happened. That's really bizarre. Like weird things like that happens in war. It really does. I've seen weird stories.
And I think it was executed so nicely from what we just saw. It really grabs you.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I used to have discussions like this in college with people about bizarre things that happen in war, and people don't believe don't believe what I say. Well, that's stupid. They wouldn't do that. Why? Because it's stupid. Look, people do all kinds of stupid things. Just because it's something is stupid doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
And Tom Jr. Jackson says it could have been a movie, but it still wouldn't have had the same impact that the show has. With the show, you get a more expanded view and become more grounded. Yeah, definitely, Tom. We're really lucky to have this series.
Yeah, I think it's better as a series. I'd rather have a series.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
This is better. This is better than Midway. I like Midway, but I like this better.
I really think this is one of the best war miniseries I've ever seen.
It is. Oh. Yeah, they shot the captain.
Oh no.
Yeah, that must be really demoralizing. Yeah. Yeah, so one of the lieutenants just got promoted.
I mean, I'm glad they took the time to show the impact that so many of these leaders have during these actions.
Oh man. That's nasty. You know what it is? It's not an it's not so much an American foreigner thing, American Japanese, however you want to slice it. The fact is that regardless of where you're from, America, Japan, Africa, what have you, we all have a shared humanity. And even in war, you're on opposite sides of the war. When you see the devastation to human beings like this, it's going to affect you, and
Absolutely.
enemy or not. It's because we have that shared humanity. This is why people react the way they do when they see this.
Hmm. And I am glad that they chose to actually show soldiers from the other side, um, both fighting and deceased in a realistic fashion, or at least as realistic as they could recreate it for this program.
By in realistic in this case, I think it means that they're not holding back. They're making it raw.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a really raw series.
Yeah. And I think it would have had an effect even on the actors themselves, because this is not easy types of experiences to portray.
I'm sure. I don't know anything about the acting business, but I'm sure that if you're on a set and you're reading about this, like this is what you're gonna do. This is what you're looking at. It's gonna give you pause. Yeah, look at that. The people are messed up, and then the other guy's treating it like it's a game. Because some people are just messed up in the head. I think that snafu guy just is messed up in the head.
Hmm. And this is a lot of what filmmaking is about. It's very difficult to make something like this.
Yeah, I can't comment on that at all, but I'll take your word for it.
What I'm really trying to say is that I really think that this production crew has done a miraculous job of creating something that looks incredibly real.
I remember this scene. That's not the real reason.
I figured it wasn't, but I don't think he wants to see him do this.
That's exactly right. Snafu, he's messed up in the head, and he knows he's messed up in the head. He looks at Sledge like a kid brother that still has a measure of innocence. He doesn't want to see Sledge lower himself to his level, Snafu's level. But he's not coming out and saying it.
Is Snafu his commander now? Is he reporting to him, or are they equals?
Everybody in the army in any branch of the service answers to somebody else. Everybody. I don't know if he answers to Snafu. He might, but that's really depends on who's in the field. When someone in charge says you take these guys and you go do something, you give them a detail, then they're going to have to follow that guy, even regardless of whether they have the same stripes or not. So, in either way, I think he probably does. I think he is probably under Snafu.
I wasn't sure if now that their other commanding officer, who unfortunately was killed, whether
Well, sure. Look at on a big
was
navy ship.
promoted.
On a big navy ship, you can have more than one officer with the rank captain, but there's only one captain of the ship. They all have different jobs, so they're technically they're equal. They're E6, I guess is what it is. E5, E6, I guess it's E6. But even among the level of officers, only one of them can really be making the decisions. So you might be reporting to somebody who technically is equal rank to you. That doesn't mean that your responsibility is the same. Your responsibility is not the same within the same rank. It depends on what you're doing.
Isn't that it? That's his lighter.
Yeah, I think they're illustrating that he's messed up in the head now.
Because he's giving away his stuff. The I was just curious as to whether he could order him
I,
to.
I Well, I think he handed him the lighter, and then he handed it back saying, "Keep it." That's what it looked like happened.
Poor thing.
Yeah, indeed.
And thanks, Tom Jr. Jackson, guys. Don't forget at the Burnettwork, there we do have merch on the Burnettwork. So do check out our website as well as the links here in YouTube. But there is also a way you can buy subscription as well for as little as 99 cents a month. You can become a member of the Burnettwork and join our member only calls as well. When you become a member, you can join the Mock Squad. The member only calls certainly do consider it only 99 cents a month, guys, as little as 99 cents a month. Now, earlier in the series, Darth Plato, I was asking you if they're allowed to go into the water because I wasn't quite sure whether they were allowed to do that, but here we can see they are. And I was just a little curious about that initially. Um,
Unless there's a physical health reason not to, like say sharks, and I don't know why they wouldn't be. I wouldn't go out in that water just because of sharks. They're in that part of the world. Or wait, yeah, I guess it's warm water. I guess they wouldn't go in there.
what?
Sharks don't really like, or do they like warm water? I don't know.
Well, yes, they do. What an episode! What an episode! And we're going right to the next episode, guys.
Yeah,
Directly into the
yeah, I'm
next
clicking.
episode. It auto plays, right, Darth Vader? Are you up to the next one now? Are
Yep,
you
I
going to
am
skip
on
intro?
8. It's Yeah, I skipped ahead. It says the Pacific Part 8.
Okay. Why does the mine say that? Mine says, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see it now." Mine went into like a promo, like a funny promo, but it's okay. Maybe I should just put the time here.
Yeah, disclaimer: I'm not a marine biology.
No, it's okay. None of us are here for that reason. That's a whole nother show. So let me get it back to 3 minutes. We're around the 3 minute mark, guys.
I'm on the title screen.
You are. Okay, wait a minute. And what does it say?
It says the Pacific Part 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't tell what the time index is. I can only just go by the visual.
So the time index at the Pacific Part 8 is 2 minutes and 48 seconds, guys. So let me just bring that back to 2 minutes as close as I can get it. That's not really that close. Guys, we are going on to the next episode, episode 8. We're going to start at 2 minutes and 48 seconds. It'll say the Pacific Part 8, guys. The Pacific Part 8. Let me just. 'Cause. 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 'C And all right, I'm going to say, everybody, we're starting the next episode. We're starting episode number 8. Episode 7 has been amazing. And now we're going to go into episode 8. And episode 7 was another very heavy
Yeah.
combat episode, Darth Plato. Let's see what episode 8 brings to us. All right, so let's go ahead and press play. 3, 2, 1, go. Press play.
On over. So remarkable about that.
I don't know. Maybe it was somebody's belongings, or maybe he wants the book and maybe some maps. It looked like it was it War and Peace or something, or
Yeah, I'll take that.
Men at War. Ernest Hemingway. Haldane was his commanding officer.
Yeah, that was the guy who got shot by the sniper.
Okay.
So basically, he got shot, and they didn't take care of his personal belongings. They just threw it in the trash. They're supposed to send it to somebody. That's messed up, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to that Phillips guy. NBC. I don't know. Back to Bastion. There's a lot of unnecessary adjectives there.
It's his actual family.
Yeah, he's home. They're speaking. They're speaking Italian at the table. Chibuta Figura. It's been more than a year. He's been back for. He's been back. He's been out for 2 years almost. I guess he's gonna get it then.
Wow. I didn't think they'd ever send him back out there.
I'd be like, I don't. That's pretty. That's actually a more interesting scene than one might think. That was a starred officer though. That's a general rank officer. You don't just go to headquarters and say I'd like to talk to the brass. You have to have a reason. That's not a meeting that they normally give you. Usually, you want to talk to somebody, go talk to somebody, talk to somebody, talk to somebody, talk to somebody else. But that guy was willing to talk to Bastion, and probably because he was a Medal of Honor winner, which is why he got his request granted.
Well, now he's just been told that he can pretty much do whatever he wants to, um, even coming to the training center.
Yeah, if he was not a Medal of Honor winner, he probably would not have gotten that meeting. I mean, not to sound ugly, but generals have better things to do than meet grunts. It's just true. Yeah, that is a really big deal, though, getting a Medal of Honor.
Yeah, it is a big deal to get a Medal of Honor.
A lot of guys are awarded posthumously, mind you. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Now, this is absolutely has nothing to do with the war effort. He wants to date this woman and he is pursuing her. I like how this lady told him where she could find this woman and what she would be doing.
He just got shot down.
Yeah, and in front of people too. Smart lady.
I don't get
it. Well, she wasn't about to intrude on what looks like a hookup.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. You don't invite yourself and make yourself the third wheel.
Okay. Right. When she said get a table, I don't think she meant inside of a room.
Well,
I think she meant the dining room.
While that may be true, he did get her inside the room. She said she'd take one anywhere, so I guess she has no choice. She could have said no. She didn't have to go to his room.
I think it's understood that when she says get us a table, that it's just understood that It was in the dining room. Yeah, okay. Otherwise, you could just go across town and find some cheap place. All right, here you go. Here's a table. Not quite
Well,
what I
this has
meant.
nothing to do with tables. This is about chatting her up and possibly sleeping with her. That's what this
Yeah.
entire exercise is about. And I think he's doing a good job. Don't you?
Well, he's a little more humble than Bob Lucky in Australia.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what she needs? She needs like her dad or grandfather there to lay down the ground rules, like that guy in Australia.
What?
Hmm. Even officers go AWOL. Here's some people go into the military and they fight and they, this isn't for me. And when they try to get out, they realize, oh, it's going to be like a year or two or three from now, and it's easier just to go AWOL. It does happen. Although, granted, it's probably more common for the enlisted rather than the officers.
I like how he explained to Basilone that he understood. And I think he knows why Basilone is back. He might be one of the few people who understand why he'd want to come back.
Wow, he's really making them. He's really pushing them.
Mhm.
0500. That's 5 a.m. in case anyone's wondering. He's getting them up at 3:30. Nice. That's true. There were a lot of ugly characters in those days in the papers. 10 mile run, yeah. Hey, that's just for starters.
All right, I'm assuming it's 0500.
So he was at 3:30 and he's here by 5. So he ran 10 miles. He either didn't run with them or he did 10 miles in 90 minutes. Yeah, I've heard stories like that before. Stepping outside your roles makes your family angry.
She likes him.
Well, it's in the script. I wonder if she's still alive. Lena Rigi. I have to look that up. I wonder if he invented this. If you remember from the Guadalcanal episode when
And
he
he
picked up
burned his
the
hands,
machine gun.
right? Hmm.
Hmm?
He burned his hands, right?
Yeah, right. He burned his hand pretty severely when the medic when he went to the corpsman. He pointed out that you had third-degree burns. I'd be curious to know if he invented that technique he just demonstrated.
It's a good question.
I wonder where that is.
And hello to Lance from the Outcast Creative, who says, just popping in to say hi. Still poorly, so got to get to bed. Wanted to say hi. You're both welcome to pop into my 3,000 plus celebration stream on Sunday from 8:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Thank you so much, Lance. And it's so great to see you tonight.
How you doing, Lance? When was that? Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
He has an excellent rapport with them, and it shows nicely in this in this episode. It's really nice to watch.
Yeah, he's built for this role. So he already did 8 years. Now he's going to re-enlist. That means he was in the army before the war started. Wow,
Oh, wonderful.
wow, that was fast.
Good for her. You good going, girl. Aw. Incredibly sweet. So well done. Exactly, Bruce Lamb. That's what Darth Plato did mention. Certainly, he must have, uh, and and it seems like she is in for the long haul. She wants to stay in until the war is over. They're both committed to this.
Yeah, he said he was in the army for 4 years and then switched to the Marines. So he must have switched to the Marines after Pearl. He didn't want to go to Europe. He wanted to go to the Pacific.
You heard her.
They're married, they're so it's allowed.
That's right. Bruce Lamb, who's in command now. Thank goodness they put in some lovely love scenes in this series.
Whoa. Yeah, I looked it up just now. She was born in 1913. So she'd be about going on 32.
Yeah, that's a good question, Bruce. I have no idea. What I am going to say is that was a beautiful love scene. That was just lovely. That's what a love scene is supposed to be like. Excellent.
Yeah, unlike the Napoleon movie.
Yes.
Okay, by the way, this is Iwo Jima,
Okay.
the bloodiest battle in the history of the U.S. Marine Corps. Mm. Yeah, he's saying the reason why he's emphasizing getting off the beach is because they're exposed. So the longer they're on the beach, the more casualties they're gonna get. So they need to get off of there. It's exactly as you can compare this scene to the Normandy scene in Saving Private Ryan. When you get off the transport onto the beach, you have to move quickly. You couldn't just stop. There's a lot of stopping here. They shouldn't be stopping at all.
And Bruce Lamb says it's like Omaha Beach on D-Day.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my gosh, those bunkers.
Yeah, they went right into that field of fire. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Well, that's a dangerous thing to do.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
The guy with the flamethrower. That's what the flamethrower was invented to do. It was what they're doing right now. That's why it was invented.
So he went to get them as they're running out. Oh.
Hmm?
Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness.
This is just the first day. This went on for 36 days.
Oh. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is incredible.
Yeah, see what they're doing? We're getting behind the tank like that. That's what the tank was originally designed to do.
Hmm. This is some incredible imagery. This it's unbelievable how good this is. I just can't get over it.
It kind of reminds me of the battle in Glory. Remember that last battle at Fort Wagner?
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. Look at this guy. She's a machine.
Yeah, this it's unbelievable. Oh no.
Yeah. Yep, I knew it was coming. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that must be demoralizing.
Well, this has been another incredible episode, Darth Plato.
Yeah. This is why Stella refused Bob Lucky, because she didn't want to be like that.
Wow. Just incredible. Just incredible. And I can't say enough about this series. It's remarkable. The imagery was compelling. The love story was just so beautiful. I think it's another. It just keeps getting better and better. What do you think, Dark Plato?
I don't know about better and better. It's in a word, it's humbling. If there's any one word, if there's any one word to capture what I feel when I watch this, it's the word humbling. Because this isn't fiction. These guys really went through this, and it just. I don't watch it because it's an action movie. I don't enjoy it. Like, oh, look what happened to that guy. Oh yeah, that guy got messed up. It's not like that. It's I respect these guys. I appreciate what they went through, and I want to understand it as much as possible. And so I watch a scene like that, and they've done it several times in this series. But Iwo Jima is what we're watching today. It's humbling.
And Tom Jr. Jackson says, excellent series and right up there with Band of Brothers.
It is.
Definitely.
It is.
Uh,
Yeah.
Tom Jr. Jackson, thank you so much for being here, our moderator, collaborator, and good friend. We are all good people. And I also want to thank everybody who's here as well to understand the various personal life. Earlier, Lugnuts6, along with Grogu, who stopped by, and Omar94. Thank you all for being here, as well as the Outcast Creative, who was here for a little while. It's the middle of the night for him. Darth Plato, final words on the last few episodes. We're going to do the next and two final episodes next week at the same time.
On Friday.
Yes. What are your final thoughts about these last two episodes, which have really left me speechless?
Yeah. Well, that scene we just saw left me speechless. It's on par with the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. You watch that scene and you're just numb. You're just like, wow, these guys actually went through. They went crazy to go through something like that. And that's the same feeling you get here. You're just sitting here with your jaw open, just like, my God, look what these guys had to go through. Unfortunately, Barcelona wasn't Superman, and he didn't survive it. He died on the first day.
Yeah,
and that continued for another 36 days. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't recall off the top of my head what the total U.S. Marine casualties were for Iwo Jima, but I'm pretty sure the Japanese were greater than 20,000, and I think only 200 survived. So that's crazy. That's a pretty crazy ratio.
And certainly we could see the brutality of the scenes, and it was depicted so incredibly. Really just terrifying scenes, and certainly done so well. Hello to Linwood Kent, who says, great show, you guys. Well, thank you, Linwood Kent, as always, for the kind words. Darth Plato, where can people find you?
You can find me right here on the Burnettwork and on the It Show, otherwise known as the Positive Fandom. Thanks for having me on, by the way.
It's such a pleasure to have you here, Darth Plato. And guys, of course, you can find me here on the Burnettwork, as well as on Positive Fandom and on my new channel, Roman Empire Matters. And so, thank you all for joining us. I can't believe we're going to be doing the last 2 episodes next week. And then shortly after that, we're going to be starting a new series called Masters of the Air, of great anticipation of what that show is like. I can't wait to see it. Certainly, this this particular miniseries of the Pacific, one of the best that I've ever seen. And we will be doing the final 2 episodes next week. Bruce Lamb says, thanks, RM and Darth. Great live event. Have a safe and wonderful weekend. Same to you, Bruce. And thank you for everybody who is watching, and 10 people who are checking this out. Thank you for the support as always, guys. And remember, no matter where you are in the galaxy, always remember to please be kind. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for coming.